It's your go-to guide to building wealth. So the title of this video is "The Grass is Not Greener on the Other Side." A lot of people, well, I grew up hearing this all the time, or the grass is greener on the other side. But if you keep hopping fence to different fence, the grass is always going to seem like it's greener. But you know where the grass is really greener? It's where you water it. If you had a plant and you're trying, let's not even a plant, you had an apple tree or apple seed and you want to grow that into an apple tree, if you don't take care of it and nurture it, the tree will never grow. The roots will never sprout from the seed. The roots won't bring up the stem won't come up, it won't get leaves, it won't grow a trunk, and it won't bear fruit for you. Because you say, you know what, this apple tree is taking too long to grow. Let me move on to the next fruit. This one's taking too long to grow. Let me move on to the next fruit. When you keep doing that over and over again, you're never going to see success. Success comes from doing the same thing over and over again. It may seem boring, but guess what? That's how the game of life works. I was playing a video game this morning, some like farm simulation game. And as I was playing that game, it said the grass is not greener on the other side popped into my head. And playing that video game, it's an endless game because it just continues to grow and grow and grow. When I first started the game, I only had like one little farm. But now playing for a couple of days, I have multiple farms in different areas, different barns, and I have workers. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. I was like, yo, life is just like this. If you work on something long enough, you will see results. In the beginning, you want fast results. You're like, man, I can't wait. This is taking too long. But the moment you start focusing on it and you just keep doing it over and over again, getting better at it, think of yourself as the seed. You planted yourself in the ground. You say, this is what I'm going to focus on. Don't focus on building a garden. Because when you try to do that, you're focusing on too many different fruits at one time. So when you start focusing on one thing, you start to see incredible results. So think of yourself as the apple tree. You plant yourself, you start watering it, giving it sunlight, nurturing it, even talking to it, who knows? And over time, that seed sprouts up and starts to grow the trunk. From the trunk to the leaves to the fruit. The more time and effort you put into yourself, you're gonna start to see results. Results just don't come out of thin air. You gotta put in the work. What's the work that you need to do to achieve the results that you want? Is it copywriting? Is it going out 6 a.m. running on the track? Whatever it is, you have to keep doing it. It's repetition that breeds success, consistency, discipline. What's the other word I'm looking for? It starts with a P. Patience. Patience is a virtue. Patience breeds success. Patience pays. The more patient you are, the more success you're going to see. Nothing happens overnight. The more time you give yourself to just become the better version of yourself, you'll definitely see success. Just reflect on a time where you actually sucked at something and you actually became good. For me, swimming, the first time I went swimming, I nearly drowned, jumped into the water thinking like, oh, this is easy. And then started choking on the water. My dad had to save me. And then I threw up my whole lunch. And that's because I sucked. I didn't know how to swim. But you know what? I got lessons. And when I got the lessons, I was able to learn to swim. So I learned to swim, and now I'm an actual decent swimmer. Mind you, I'm not like some Olympic swimmer, but I can hold my own in the water, you know? Same thing like riding a bike. You get on the first time, you fall off. You get on the second time, you fall off. Third time, you're a bit wobbly. Fourth time, you're like, okay, I got this. Fifth time, you're a pro. Everything takes time. Me building this channel, I have about 1,400 users or subscribers, but if I keep doing this and just getting better and better at it, eventually my subscriber count will get up there. I'll get better at delivering videos. I'll get better at delivering content. You have to put in the hard work. How long it's going to take, Nobody knows. But if it's something that you truly want and desire, it's going to take time. Same thing like building your wealth, building a business. If you want to learn a new language, it's going to take time. Everything takes time. But when you keep jumping from one side of the fence to the next side of the fence, you're never going to see those results that you want. Because you didn't give it enough time. You didn't nurture it long enough. I said to myself, every day, I'm going to have a bunch of routines that I follow to help me become more disciplined. 10,000 steps a day, 1,000 calories, read 1 chapter a day, 100 push-ups, write 1,000 words. These will all help me build routines and better habits. The better habits lead to more success for myself. Success can be defined as anything that you see it, but you got to put the time and effort into it. So instead of jumping from one garden to the next, focus on what is in front of you. Focus on one thing. Imagine a circle like this. I wish I could draw on this, but just imagine a circle, and you want to be, say, a content creator. You want to be an athlete or a sprinter. You want to start a business. You are also working. Do you see how you're just spread in different directions? Nothing can come of that because you're doing too much. Focus on doing one thing. Master that one thing. When you master that one thing, then you can move on to the next thing. Too often we just say, yo, I just want this, I just want that. No, just work on one thing at a time, get the results that you want, then move on to the next thing. Look at successful people and model what they do. Successful people don't say, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do crypto, I'm going to do Forex, I'm going to do stocks, I'm going to do real estate. No, they work on one thing, they master one thing, then they move on to something else. They build a system around that. Because the moment you build a system, now you can remove yourself from the system and the system works without you. That's what you need to do. That's how you're going to see success. Trial and error, trial and error. Fail, start again. Fail, start again. And make sure you take notes on yourself. Because if you don't take notes on yourself, you're never going to know where to pick up where you last left off. That's the only way you're going to really see success. Document the process. The moment you start documenting, now you can review. The last time I did this didn't work. Maybe if I tweak this a bit, it might work for me. Like when they invented the first car. They didn't just come out of thin air and just say, yeah. It was trial and error. Iteration, as they call it. Trial and error. It's like, this didn't work, let me try again. This didn't work, let me try it again. Everything has a formula. Success leaves clues. If you model what other people did, it will definitely work for you. But you need to give it time. And time is something that we can't control. But we can control what we do within the present moment. So figure out what actions you need to take to live that life that you truly desire. Which grass are you watering? Stop jumping fences because it's not helping you. My name is Dean the Wealth Coach, your go-to guy for building wealth. If you enjoyed this content, all I ask is you just hit the subscribe button and I'll see you on the next video.